My name's CJ. I'm also known as the Fit Preacher, and I'm going to not lie. When I was in my 40s, man, I wanted to get laid, and I still do. That may not sound very Christian, but that's a fact. You know, we want to be with our wives. We want to make love. We want to feel connected and all these different things. Well, I came as a joke when I would say, hey, it should be called Mano'Pause because you're going to pause your sex life for a long time. Because when women go through these changes, everything changes, including your life, my life did, and there's a lot of other guys that are going through it right now that don't know what they don't know. And that's not only men, but it's women. Women have no idea that there's a lot of other solutions out there for them to help them get through menopause and even to get through perimenopause. So ultimately what I've started is called the Mano'Pause Life. I want to talk to you about life, how to get real, find out that, you know what, sometimes when the bedroom action isn't happening, it's actually your fault. And a lot of the things wrong in your life are your fault. You just haven't seen it yet, didn't know it. And so I'm going to talk about the things that people don't want to talk about. I'm not afraid of doing it because I had to go through it. Back in January, on the 12th, I had a major tumor removed from my brain. I had a corporate life. I was living good. I still am. But in October, I had some issues in my neck. We went in and got an MRI, found out I had a brain tumor. And ultimately, I got it removed. And instead of joining back into the corporate world, I really started praying. And I really started thinking, what is my call in life? What is my truth? What are my values? And I realized that I've spent decades really working on me as a man, making tons of mistakes, failing miserably. In fact, I'm even divorced, but I'm also remarried and I have an incredible wife. I've struggled with a lot of hurts, habits, and hangups. And so I've had to quit drinking and using drugs and, well, don't watch pornography. And there's a lot of other things out there that I've had to change. But you know what? Now I'm living a pretty nice life and I can't complain. And a lot of you guys out there are struggling. I know I was. And so my voice is a voice of reason. It's a voice of truth. I want to bring you some truths. I want to help you learn and grow and find out what manhood can be like, how amazing it can be, and that you can actually get your life back in the bedroom too. I know for a fact that my wife loves me. She would sign off on this video and say, you know what? My man understands. You know, and we've got challenges. Heck, next week my wife's going in for hip surgery, so that means it's going to be a bit. But you know what? It's okay. I can manage. I'm not going to freak out. I'm not going to be like, ugh, I need to get laid. I can be at peace. And I want to tell you, there's so much to learn, and this is why I put this program together. We're going to do a group call every Thursday, so for you guys that want to get involved and make some changes, we're going to do that. I do a lot of one-on-one coaching and mentoring, and I have for a long time. I've coached many business people, but I want to talk about manhood. I'm going to talk about the scriptures. I'm going to talk about God. Now, I'm not going to tell you what to do because I'm not a pastor, and I'm also not a licensed therapist. But what I will tell you is exactly what I did and what I didn't do, and the good results and the bad results. And there's so many different things that we're all going through. And guess what? You're not alone. There are so many people too. Ultimately, what I want Mano'Pause to be is for me to create a program that you can do too, that's divine inspired, so we can change 1 million families worldwide. Because that's what matters right now. Despite everything that's going on out there, and I don't need to name it because it's pretty much on the news, which I've shut off. But if we can get us together again, and we can become the man in our Christ-like manner, the way that he wants us to be, we can conquer and do anything. I promise. I've seen it. I've done it. And I've seen other people do it too. Oftentimes, we just don't have the right people leading us, or we're just not doing what they've said. I know that for a fact. I've read hundreds of books, thousands almost, on different things, on how to be a leader, how to be a man, how to be a husband, how to be a father, how to be XYZ PDQ. But when you don't implement those things, you get nowhere in life. So this is about my journey. This is about how we can do this together. Let's get a group of guys and create a movement that brings back, one, marital intimacy, that brings our identity back in Christ, and let us make the major changes that we need to make in our lives for eternal changes. Because that's what this is all about. Even if you don't believe in Jesus Christ, that's okay. The principles that I'm going to talk about and the process I'm going to talk about, it'll help you. It'll help you to become a better husband. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, we're going to be looked at about that. And I feel responsible to tell you all about this. And I'm going to keep talking, and I'm going to offend some people, and I'm going to ruffle some feathers. And I'm also going to be able to help create amazing marriages again. I'm going to help educate some of the women out there that there's a lot better ways that you can live if you open up your eyes to different things. God created it. We can use it. So let's get busy. Let's start the Mano'Pause life. Shoot me a message if you're interested in the classes. If you need one-on-one coaching, just let me know. It's my mission. I'm not stopping. I've got a vision. It's written up there on my whiteboard to change 1 million lives. And time is running out. So I'm going to be very vocal. I'm very passionate. And I know that this is the divine steps that God's got me going on. And I look forward to meeting you and joining you and knowing about your families, because I'm excited about this. All it takes is one step. Admit that you need help. We all know what that's like. And I'm here to help you take that step. God bless. Love you guys. Have a great day.